Well, here it is, June 13th, up at the Living North cabin. See a little haze on the lake. Last night when I got up here, we started getting a thunderstorm, lightning, quite a bit of rain last night, so everything's lush and green right now. Mosquitoes are starting to come out, so we'll see what kind of a summer it is with regard to bugs. Got a few little projects I want to do around here before I head back to town. So we'll get on some of those and try and get that accomplished. So when I head back tomorrow, we'll have things in order. Here's one of the projects I want to get done. Get the woodshed filled up. As you can see, actually we didn't use a lot of wood last fall during deer season. I have some wood cut and split, so I'll get it in here so it'll dry out over the summer. Usually we use a little more than this, but last fall it was so mild during November season, and actually in December, if some of you saw that video when Stephen and I were up here muzzleload hunting, it was raining and that's so quite mild, so consequently we didn't use as much wood as you normally would during the fall season like that. So we'll get this filled up and it'll dry during the summer. So here's another project. Last December, again, if you saw that video on the Living North channel, we were cutting some of the firewood in December, and then it started raining, so we had to quit. And as you see, we still have a lot to do. I haven't been up here much this spring as I anticipated, just because I had some issues with my back. So anyway, we'll get this wood here loaded up into the trailer, which you see over here, and then I'll haul that back to town where I'll get it split and in my woodshed there. I'm behind on this project from where I normally would be, but hopefully we'll catch up and things will be okay in the fall. Here's the wood that's going to go in the woodshed that was cut and split last summer, and I had this wood rack here all set up and all the wood standing on that and drying out, and then must have been a strong northwest wind, and I came up the next time and everything was tipped over. So obviously I need to find a better way to secure this rack in the future, but this is the wood I'll transport and move into the woodshed and have it dry out for next fall. Well, here's one job done. Got the trailer loaded, mostly with the maple. This is a pretty good sized load, so I'll get it back to town, and I have the splitter there. We'll split it, get it under cover. I threw some cedar that I had cut earlier in here for a friend who wants to use some at his place for some of the bushcraft skills that he works with. So anyway, one job done, and like I say, it took a while. A few bugs out here. It's kind of humid, hot. So now after this, time to take a little break. Maybe I'll do some stuff inside for a while to get away from the bugs a bit. Here's a little project I just got done with here in the cabin. This particular birch bark canoe was made by Bill Hafman from Big Fork, Minnesota, and it's a replica of an Ojibwe canoe, just a smaller version, made with cedar, birch bark, the spruce roots. Everything on here is the same as you would find on the large canoes. Way back when, my dad and Bill, I don't know if they traded or if my dad bought this or whatever, and it hung in my store for 18 years, and when I closed that, I thought, you know, I'm going to bring it up to the cabin and hang it on the wall. And so I was trying to find a good spot. Hopefully that this will be it. Otherwise, I might even move it eventually if I need to. But anyway, it's kind of a reminder of my dad and the store and everything. And it just seemed like it should be up here rather than, you know, in the house back in town. So I just got that hung, and then and there's a smaller one. This one was made over in Mille Lacs by somebody there, and so I just hung that one up there as well, just to add a little bit more rustic look to the inside of the cabin. Also hung up this print. This was also hanging in the store for 18 years. My mother did some trading one time, quite a long time ago, with an artist who lived up on the Canadian-Minnesota border, Robert Kakagizik. And again, I thought it'd be kind of nice hanging here in the cabin, and so I actually put it in between the two rooms and that, so when you walk by you'll see it, and it hangs next to the high top moccasins that were made by some of the Cree people in Manitoba, and I wore those some when I was younger. Now they just hang in the cabin and that, so kind of nice having the two things next to each other. Well, there's the woodshed. I got as much stuff as I had split and that had tipped over and laying down. Obviously you can see it's damp and wet from that thunderstorms we had the last couple evenings, but by next fall this will be all nice and dry when I start burning it here at the cabin. I guess it's always nice to see your woodshed full or nearly full as you get ready for the next heating season. So energy independence. So that project got done here this weekend. Now actually I'm waiting. There should be a contractor that's doing a job next door at the lodge to see if he would want to give me an estimate on putting on that metal roof for the fire suppression grant that we got. But we'll see. He's supposed to show up this afternoon, so maybe he'll come and take a look. I'm shooting this through a bug net on my head because the black flies are out and a few of the mosquitoes, so that little piece of equipment makes a huge difference.